192. You want to text? Next chance for you to grab $1,000 about 10 minutes from now. 2:30. You get a shot to go fund yourself. So listen for those keywords. 4 chances per show here. 30 past the hour. Your Guardians shut out in California last night. Cold bats. 3-0 against the Angels. These are West Coast dates, so they're late games. I don't know when they wrap up. But 3-0. A real barn burner. 2nd of 4 tonight out there. 9:38 is your start time from wherever it is that the Angels play. Right there in Los Angeles, I assume.
They play in heaven.
The outfield, I thought.
The outfield. I don't want to lose your love. That one tonight. Oh. Guards, Angels tonight, 9:38 on your FM home for Cleveland Guardians baseball. 100.7 WMMS.
There it is.
You know, after this Angels run, they stay in the West Coast. They play the Oakland A's. And I was reading a thing this morning that Oakland A's games are suffering from a very record lows. Nobody's going to see A's games right now. But conversely, because nature abhors a vacuum, the number of feral cats that are living in Oakland A's stadium has risen precipitously. Remember a couple of years ago, my buddy Mike Jones came in here? He's on the air in a bunch of stations around the country.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's based out of DC 101. Who? My friend Mike Jones. Mike Jones! Mike Jones! Mike Jones! No, he's and he stopped in because he and his wife were taking a few weeks and doing a tour of baseball stadiums around the country. And they had come through, and he goes, "Hey, can I stop by?" "Yeah, absolutely." And we were seeing Progressive Field for the first time and chatted a little bit. This would be a fantastic opportunity for me to take my daughter and say, "Hey," because we have friends that live out there in Oakland, San Francisco area. I go, "Hey, we are going to go to where the Oakland A's play." And of course, she'll look at me puzzled. She'll have no idea what I'm talking about. I go, "Well, it's a baseball field." And of course, she's been to Progressive Field for a game, so she'll be able to make the connection there. But I'll say, no, we're going out to California to a game. And then I'll tell her, because there's a colony of 30 to 40 feral cats.
Yes.
Running loose, mind you, throughout the Oakland A's ballpark. Now, if they could just get those cats to buy concessions, it wouldn't be an issue. They could make up for lost time with these record low attendance out there. If they could just train the cats, they got nothing but free time. Train the cats.
Catnip, get the catnip here. Catnip.
Right. And if any of them can hit, that's a plus too. So it's something to think about. There's no rule saying the cat that I've heard of saying that a cat can't play baseball. I remember a documentary called Hong Kong Phooey when I was a kid. It was about a dog that did all kinds of things.
And that was a documentary?
Mm-hmm. As I recall, yes. It was a very lively documentary. Almost looked animated. But if I recall correctly, and I think that I do, it was very entertaining. So what's the difference between a stray cat and a feral cat? Because when we were in Mexico, my daughter was transfixed with this stray cat that was kind of... it wasn't all over the place. We found it in relatively the same 1 or 2 spots when we would be over at this particular part of the resort.
Feral cats are like wild.
Yeah.
Like,
But isn't that what stray cats are?
No, a stray cat is like real jive and like swinging.
I got stray cat moves and stray cat style.
I feel like
that,
feral
like
cats,
Brian Seltzer.
Feral cats were born in the wild, I feel like, and stray cats would be
like lost.
Maybe they've been released or...
Stray cats are going to jump and jive and wail.
Right. Well, there's a rumbling bright until night. Bam! How can you tell if a cat is feral or stray?
Feral means like you can't even approach it. They're wild. There's no... That's what I'm looking for. There's no, domestication.
Well, I'll read and tell you what this says. A stray might walk and move like a house cat, such as walking with a tail up, which is a sign of friendliness. Will probably look at you, make eye contact. So they have better manners.
They
they'll
probably
loo-
came from a household.
They'll look at you. So they might have just, like, they were an
Ran
inside
away.
cat,
They
ran
quit.
away.
Yeah.
A feral cat will stay low to the ground, protect its body. Okay. So a
Feral cats are
feral
wild,
cat.
yeah.
Now, like, I know, obviously I know what feral means, but in the context of a cat, a cute cat. Like if somebody goes, hey, there's a feral
I think
tiger out there,
feral-
I'd crap my pants. If somebody goes, hey, there's a feral cat, I go, all right, I'll keep my eyes open.
Feral, I feel like, has an implication of aggression, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like a feral child.
My sister has feral children. We say that. I came in the one day and they're...
But are they strays when they leave the house?
A little, yes.
All
They
right.
appear friendly.
This is why these distinctions are important. Yeah, they will make eye contact with you.
They are like
They
cats. They
arch
will-
their back.
They'll
Yeah.
watch you poop.
Yeah, that's true. I came in the one day and the baby was standing up on the... her little mini table and like dancing naked. I'm like, what is going on in this house? She goes, my children are feral. I don't know what to say. I was like, well, at least you know. Like,
Was the implication that she didn't have control over whether or not
yes,
they were
that-
closed?
That they do
Is that-
whatever they want.
Whatever
and
they
nobody,
want.
There's no controlling these children.
Nothing at all. If my child wakes up and wants to dance on a table,
Naked.
friggin' Coyote Ugly in here, right? Naked.
Was she dancing to music, or was she just she have a song in her heart?
The TV was on, so I
Okay.
think she was dancing to YouTube.
Baby Shark or something, yeah.
No, it's like she was really into, last summer, the little one was really into videos of things being squished.
Oh, those are great. The hydraulic press videos.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was just like jaunty music behind
Yeah.
things getting squished.
Yep. It's like a Russian guy with a YouTube channel that gets 4 billion hits.
Yes.
Now we will crush marbles.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty cool.
Fascinating.
Western civilization.
Yeah, and the metal shredder videos, we watch a lot of those too. Now I will put in lighters. And he puts lighters in. And
I've been into power washing videos lately.
Oh, those are
Oh,
very,
my
very
wife.
calming.
we have a
It's like
power washer.
time-lapse power washing videos. I'm like, I'll watch this for an hour.
Satisfying. Very satisfying.
Yeah, we have a power washer, and anytime I find my wife in the backyard power washing, I'm like, she's taking a minute for herself. I'll be out back power washing the patio. Okay. Because it's just...
It's just so clean.
I guess so, and I do like things clean, so she's conditioned me. Now, when I don't see her power washing, I go, hey, power wash something. Come on, man.
It's amazing the things adults find fascinating or
cool.
intriguing. Like, I always hated getting, like, adult gifts for Christmas. Like, you know, when you get, like, socks or clothes or something like that. I'm like, I consider that, like, an adult gift. I'm like, I don't want clothes. I want toys. And then I'm, like, getting stuff for my apartment. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty nice. That's
Yeah,
a
but
nice cup set.
you're an adult now. No kid wants adult.
There's some guys that still
No.
want video games. I think we got my brother a video game set for
Well,
Christmas.
there are a lot of man children walking around, but I'm just saying, like, when you're a kid, you're not going to be as enthralled with socks. Even though your parents are like, you'll need them.
Right.
Are video games a kid thing?
I mean,
used to be.
Yeah, they used
It's
to
not
be.
that
I
way
mean,
anymore.
Kids grew up.
Yeah.
right. It's not a multi-billion-dollar industry based on just kids, but my point is, I'm fascinated by the number of grown men with wives and children who spend a lot of time playing video games.
How much is a lot?
I have
lot.
a friend whose husband plays video games every single night after he gets home from work. So he'll work, be gone like 12 hours, come home and play video games for like 2 or 3 hours, and
That's
then
what
go
I'm
to
saying,
bed.
man. I'm just, I don't know how you,
Yeah.
how are you not divorced in 5 years?
Dude.
Like, I just don't know.
You just got to find the lady that doesn't want you to.
I guess so.
Do anything else.
You got to
Talk to
find
her.
you got to find a woman who's cool with like 1956.
Yeah, right.
More
usually,
or less.
Usually, it's not even that. Usually, the women are very annoyed, and they'll be, yeah.
No, but at some point, somebody gets screamed at and goes, "Hey, take off the goddamn headset and help me with these kids that you put in me."
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, man.
I've never even gotten into video games to the level. Like, I don't really play games anymore, but when they went online and everybody was playing online and swearing at each other and
It's not
saying
fun.
horrible stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's not fun at all.
No.
It's terrible.
And
You
also-
can play with your friends.
But
You
if
don't have
you-
to play online with other people.
That is
yeah,
true. You can
my
do
friends
that.
also say terrible things to me.
His friends are yelling the N-word. Yeah, I don't want that.
At him.
Yeah, at him. Come on, neighbor. No, but these grown men, I mean, and listen, you do you. It's your life. But I'm like, what are you hiding from? You're hiding from something.
Well, they're just,
right?
I mean, that's the way that
It's their
anybody
release.
deals with emotions or the things they don't want to deal with. So they're unplugging and zoning out as video games.
But like, you're at work all day long. Don't see your wife, your kids, whatever, right? You're at work all day long. And listen, there isn't a man on the planet who once in a while would like to do this, present
Yeah.
company included. But the guys I know are like the ones you describe, where daily
Every day.
come home, bag down, headset on. I'm like, the wife's, I don't know what she's doing. The kids are running around. I'm like, you might want to play with your kids or say
hi.
something. And again, I'm sure there's little things in between or
Yeah.
whatever, but man, I don't get it. I'm like, how do you expect
Maybe we're just
I
not
don't
good
know, I
at
can't
video
even
games.
say the word. Huh?
Maybe we're just not good at video games. Maybe if we were better at video games, we'd understand this.
Well, everybody's
and
got a
have more
game.
fun.
Everybody's got a game. Nobody's good until you put in 10,000 hours like these guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
These guys that go home and are like playing Call of Duty against 8-year-olds and are killing it.
The
you know?
only
Or
game-
Fallout Vegas or whatever. They're playing all these, and they're getting really good. They're like, yeah, because I play them all the time.
The only game I've ever been like that with was Guitar Hero. And I was escaping my breakup in high school because I lost a whole friend group. I was basically alienated myself. So 16, 17-year-old me was like, I'm just going to get real good at Guitar Hero. And
Right.
But again, I
you're
didn't
a
have
single
right.
teenage girl.
I didn't have a wife and kids.
Right.
But I was neglecting homework. I would come home and plug in my Guitar Hero game and play for like 4 straight hours and skip dinner and stuff.
Every few years, I would buy a console, whatever the new console was. You know, when my son was younger, I bought so that we could play these games together, right? But he was just miles ahead of whatever I was doing, so that didn't really, I'm just holding him back at that point. But every few years, I would buy a console. I go, on the rare occasion I have some time, that would be fun to do. And these things just gather dust. Because I'm like, when I have free time, I'm not going to sit on the couch and play these games. Not that they're not fun.
Yeah.
You know how you talk about how watching TV, or used to, watching TV feels like a waste of time.
Yeah.
You're watching something someone else created and produced.
Right.
You're not contributing anything to the process,
Right.
That's how I feel about video games. Like, they're fun, but I'm like, I'm just wasting time here.
Well,
I'm
see,
not doing anything.
last night, my boyfriend and I got home. We went and had some wings, just went to the bar and ate food. And then we get home and he immediately turns the TV on. That's how he zones out. And I pick up Sudoku puzzle because it is also a waste of time, but I feel creative. Like at least I'm using my mind because it's a puzzle. So
And
I
guess,
feel better about
and
it.
there's a case to be made for people using their brains with video games too.
Right.
I shouldn't
it's problem
discount
solving,
that.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know necessarily creativity, but you are accomplishing goals. They are not life goals. They are
Killing Nazis.
Right. They are video
There's
game
nothing wrong
goals.
with that.
But
That's always good. I gotta give you some money here. It's $1,000. That could almost get you an Xbox. $1,000 to go fund yourself. Do whatever you want to with it. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword PAY at WMMS.com. That's PAY. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
How old do you think the oldest person in the world is?
113.
I was gonna say 116.
74.
Bill Squire, everybody. 74.
It's Alan Cox.
I just look 74. 119 years old, and she has passed away. Kane Tanaka was the oldest person in the world. She's Japanese, was Japanese?
She's still Japanese.
She
She's
was
just
alive,
dead.
Yeah.
still Japanese. She lived in a rest home. She died in a hospital of old age.
No.
What'd she get arrested for?
She lived in a rest home.
Oh.
She wasn't in
I know what they
an
called-
arrested home.
Jail?
Jail
Yeah.
over there. Arrest home.
Arrested home. So she lived to be 119 years old. That Japanese diet, boy, it's rice and fish
Chicken.
and cigars and Coca-Cola and,
Tea.
some of these people. Yeah, but they're like, I had a cigar and a Dr. Pepper.
Just imagine how unique you feel. You are 1 out of 8 billion people. Like, you are the oldest person on the planet.
Okay,
Yeah, but it's always the only thing they've ever accomplished.
Well, let me read you her story, though,
Oh,
because that's
okay.
how old this woman is. She was born prematurely in 1903.
She couldn't wait.
right.
When she was 19, she married a man she had never met.
Yeah.
Because good times for
'Cause
ladies.
It's 1922. And
That's
what
right.
happens.
That's what happened. And then she helped run a family business that made sticky rice noodles and desserts and raised 5 children. She got up every day at 6 a.m., studied math, played the board game Othello. Ironically, never read the play. Love chocolate and carbonated drinks. So there's your, she was going to be a torchbearer for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. But in that torch relay, she was going to be in there, but of course, COVID. So now the world's oldest person is a French nun who is 118 years old, a woman named Lucille Rondon.
1 year later.
Here's my question.
Well, that's the thing, though. You're only going to be the world's oldest person for probably a little while.
Yeah.
Still.
Right? Yeah.
How do they know that it's the world's oldest, though? Because aren't there people... There's so many people.
It's a census.
But I think there's an organization that keeps track. There's like a gerontology society or something.
I mean, what about like tribes and stuff? People who don't have birth certificates.
No, I see what
like,
you... Yeah, I understand. I
Well,
mean,
the
oldest person
noted.
they have on record, I think, is this. Yeah. But I wonder if there's ever been a situation where the second oldest person
poisons the oldest.
has killed the oldest. Like, let's say there were
Highlander style.
there could be only one. Like, that would be great if that's how they did it, too, is you had to behead the other person. Like, you passed... Wasn't that Highlander? It was, you had to behead the...
Right.
And so 118...
That would be the slowest fight ever. They can't move quick. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
you
see
don't-
a punch coming a mile away.
But you don't want it to be over too soon,
I guess.
right?
Sure.
You want it to take a minute. You want to see two... What's centenarian? I mean, what's beyond a couple of people who are almost 120 years old
Yeah, I don't
Too
even know.
old.
fighting it out?
People in their 110s.
Was she still operational? Like, did she just
Yeah.
move around? No, you know what I mean, Mary. Like,
That thing's operational.
can she
You
get
mean
up?
you mean like mobile? What was it? What is that?
Machinery.
Can she get up and get her own like food? Can she open the fridge
Not
door?
functional.
Can she sit on the toilet by herself and get up by herself?
You know, you're never going to believe this. The story doesn't have all those details. The story doesn't delve into her toilet habits.
God, I wish
They
that...
wanted to provide her with some dignity. I'll tell you what, though. She looked great for 119 years old.
If only the article said, fully operational, 119-year-old woman passes away.
What is that from? This thing? That thing's operational.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh, I remember that.
So,
The Death Star or
Billy
something?
D. Williams, yeah. They
Oh.
start firing. And that thing's operational.
Her motto was, don't give up and say there's no point. Live with all your heart. You'll never find a very, very old pessimist. You'll never find somebody like,
It's not worth it.
life sucks.
Kill
I couldn't
yourself
wait for
at
it to
60.
be. That's right. Man.
Just get paired up with any guy. It doesn't matter. Love's fake.
When she hit 60, her life was half over.
Yeah.
At 60,
Think about that.
man, that would be great. I'm going to be 51 in June, and I'm constantly doing...
Ew.
It's like being at home.
I'm on one today.
And
Yeah, you are.
I'm on one. Did you have a pre-show Red Bull? You okay over there? Yeah. What happened?
She farted on me. She came in trying to make a suicide pact. Like she's just
A suicide pact.
yeah.
She farted on you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Why?
like on my body.
I felt like it. He looked like he needed it.
I did not.
Well, I was testing his theory. Mr. Fart Your Farts didn't seem so happy.
Did I try and stop it?
No. But you weren't happy.
I just the fact that you put your actual butt on my leg.
I didn't even do that. You're making that up.
Did she like sit on your lap, or
She
how
just
did
like
this?
she like scooted behind me and like
That's not real. None of that happened.
that all happened.
None of
You
that
filmed
happened.
it.
No, I didn't.
You were filming.
I didn't. I did. None of this happen.
You filmed yourself
You're
farting on Bill.
gaslighting me.
Literally, she's gaslighting.
See what I did there? Hey!
Oh, to quote Mary Santora, I hate you.
You do hate me. That's okay. Yeah, I wanted to test his theory, and he didn't seem so happy about me farting my farts.
Right,
so-
but again, I did not stop you.
But he's also never said
Fart your farts on me.
right. And I always assumed that he was speaking for himself.
It was a
You
good
can't
one.
you can't co-opt anyone else's gastrointestinal distress. You can't tell them what to do.
I'm telling everybody that to fart their farts. I think there's
Well, you should have
more
specified
polite
where.
ways to do it.
At no point did you say fart your farts asterisk not on me.
No, you're right.
So that's on you.
Again,
dude.
I wasn't, but I also didn't.
Would you like to establish a caveat here
push
and
it?
now?
No. No.
So you hear that, listeners? If you see Bill Squire out in public,
just be ready, Mary.
do not fart on me. Mine didn't even stink, and it was a funny noise. That's why I came over to you, because I know you think farts are funny. And I was like, I feel this one's going to sound funny. And I didn't eat eggs today, so I gifted you with that one.
So you
gifted.
So you walked over. Did you see her walking over?
I came in the room.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I mean, were you were sitting in your chair?
I was sitting in my chair trying to get the website back up because,
And were you-
we got to do these things on our own.
Clearly, you had to notice that she was getting closer and closer to
And she
you.
backed towards me and put her butt on my leg and farted on me. And I was just like, come on, man. But
Was it important for you to do it on him rather than in his direction? Uh-huh. That was by design.
Well, I started to fart, and then I was like, oh, I'm so close. I should just touch him.
you should just lean into it.
Yeah.
I'm so close.
Yes.
All right. But it was noisy.
It was a
residue,
very
though.
funny noise, though.
It was a funny noise.
It was a funny noise. I'll give her that. And it didn't stink. So overall,
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Good
Overall,
experience.
it was an experience that you probably could have got some guys to pay you a lot of money for.
I know. I should.
Like Tommy,
You're already diversifying your portfolio.
Tommy on my podcast burps all the time, and there's guys that are like, do it in his face.
Like creepy about it.
They're like burping Bill's face, and it's weird.
And you're like, I do I have a say in this, or I'm just going to be the burp recipient?
I mean, she hasn't done that. She does it into the microphone because that's what they see. They don't even know what they like. Because if she were to burp in my face, it wouldn't sound the way that they want it to sound.
Because it's not in a microphone.
Right.
Yeah.
She wants that raw authenticality the Poundcake brings.
Exactly.
I've got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192 to get us there. If you want to listen, you can anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.